Please like and subscribe. While I don't have a fan base, I would hope that someone would call me out on my risk assessment viewpoint. Speculation is what we do. While I don't contradict myself, I still went forward on that play where I conformed to the odds, taking MAKHACHEV by finish. But is that any better than utilizing him as a parlay leg? We'll do the math. And let's find another leg that represents a sound pick and profitable play. Let's look at this veteran bout where Marion Reneau has submitted her notice, and Miesha Tate, after 5 years, is returning to the UFC. 5 years. Why is Tate not the underdog with this ring rust? She also has lost twice in a row before retiring. 5 years out of the game. That is a long time. I don't recall a UFC fighter that has done that previously. They share two common opponents with similar results in Pennington and McMahon. I don't think that's relevant here, but I think Renault's recent loss to Chazon is a little bit more relevant, as well as illuminating into how she might fight this time. I like Marion Reneau. I think she could have easily have been a strong underdog in her last outing against Miesha Tate. I don't recall offhand if I had picked her. I think I had Tate by decision, and I was very happy with the outcome. Reneau is 44 years old on a 4-fight losing streak. This is her last dance, so she has nothing to lose. She looked ultra confident, super good at the press conference, but press conferences aren't fights. You could look confident, you could look good, and it doesn't matter inside of the octagon. I could say the opposite for Tate. I thought Tate was a little nervous. Reneau is a physically gifted woman who has no quit and is difficult to finish. She will assault Tate, whereas against Chazon, she had no choice to be a little bit cautious in her assaults, and she was effective. But Chazon is just a different type of fighter physically as well as style-wise. She's long and lean and a good striker. So Reneau was just outsized and outpowered, and just even though she had great movement, some success in her jab and her kicks, she just wasn't able to be effective enough in the eyes of the judges or as well to slow down Chazon. I think this is going to be a different fight for her for Tate, and it's going to be harder for Tate. If Tate has any rust, Reneau is going to shake that off immediately. That's what really concerns me. If anyone's playing the Tate line, I don't understand why she is the favorite. 5 years outside of that kind of, not when we say the octagon, it's not just being a gym fighter is a lot different in training than stepping into an area where Marion Reneau is a fighter. She's going in there with malintentions. She's looking to finish you. She doesn't really care it's Miesha Tate in front of her. I really respect her. And I think Marion Reneau can cause this kind of ring shock, which is of course going to force Tate to go to her base and wrestle. This is going to alleviate the pressure that Reneau is going to apply, and she will need to, as Reneau can hurt you with her solid kicks and good jabs. So Tate is definitely going to be looking to change levels and take this to the ground because, and it might be easy for her because Reneau always clinches up, and I think Tate would be best served to grab and pull Reneau towards the center of the octagon for that takedown. How desperate and effective will Tate be after 5 years in changing levels and finishing her movements? That's to be seen. That's what we're speculating about. I think her instincts are going, wrestlers are very repetitive. Their instincts are trained over years and years and years of time and time and time. Both these women are very, very disciplined women. I think Miesha Tate's wrestling base is going to come back to her. But in that process, will Tate overexpose herself in the level changes and eat elbows, punches, and or knees. So Tate just can't rush in there like an untrained brawler. It's going to have to be a little smoother. But I think a game plan similar to what MAKHACHEV is going to implement, a strike feint, level change for takedown and then stay heavy. I think that's the way that Tate wins this outright. Of course, Marion Reneau is going to be a lot more dangerous on the feet. I believe that THIAGO MOISES is going to be against Islam Makhachev. Of course, people would argue about that, but that is just my opinion. Miesha Tate, who knows what kinds of striking improvements she may have made. She has excellent striking defense. Not really excellent, but okay striking defense. Her takedown average, again, the wrestling, we're getting here to the grappling. Submission average, is she live for a submission? Yes, she is. So while I'm not really expecting Miesha Tate to finish this fight, I am on her side. While in no way is she a lock, she has a better fighting pedigree and is wanting to fight. Marion Reneau has one foot out the door more so than that. She is wanting to leave the UFC. She is retiring, and Miesha Tate is wanting to get it on. So I think that is what's going to drive her to overcome anything that Reneau brings. So again, please like and subscribe. Hit up the comments. Let's interact. Let me know what's up. Thanks.